Hey everybody, sorry, I'm a little emotional today. I was out late last night, so my voice sounds a little froggy. I am Lotus, and welcome to Unsolicited Advice. So today I kind of just want to take a few minutes to touch base with everybody. It is September 19th. It is Monday. I'm taking a little breather outside. And you know me, I always love to be outside. I'm either in the grass or in the water, right? It's one of the two. Today I want to talk a little bit about in transformation, when you're transitioning in your life from one level to the next, so to speak. When you start to make big changes, when you start to ask for changes, there's a lot that can come with that. You know, we don't tend to realize that when we're like, man, I really wish this would change. And then, you lose your boyfriend or girlfriend, you lose your job, you lose your apartment, you fall out with family members. And a lot of people don't understand that it's because you asked for this change. You asked for a way to give yourself something you deserve, to give yourself a better version of something that you feel it's time for you to have. Because it's all out there. There's so much money and riches and wealth and happiness to go around. Like, the fact that there are poor people at all is sometimes astounding to me, but between it being balanced and people needing to learn their lessons and whatever else may be the case, because there's just so much that ties into it, right? But when we ask for things, we tend to get them, which is why it's so important that we are careful with how we word everything. I have learned a lot, especially in the last year or two. It's 2022. But I have learned a lot about... I'm sorry, somebody's car is going off and it threw me off. Like, I've learned a lot about accepting what comes with those changes, seeing what it was about myself that I needed to initiate those changes. Oh, sorry, totally got off track. The power of wordplay, even in your head, how you talk to others, how you talk about yourself, what you're saying to yourself when no one's looking. Like, that stuff is so important because we're giving off all these little natural vibrations, right? And we're putting things out into the universe. And it's okay to complain. It's okay to get stuck in a feeling. A moment only lasts for as long as it exists, which is not a very long time. And you just don't want to get stuck. You don't want to complain too much. You don't want to tell yourself life's going to shit too many times, because then it'll start happening. Like, I've always had this thing ever since I was a kid. If I thought about something hard enough, it would happen. It really would. And usually in some really fucked up and strange ways. But it does. It does happen. Everything we say matters. Everything we think matters. What you think of yourself. One time I was in a religion class because I went to a Catholic school for a very short time. And the teacher told us that gossip is a form of killing somebody. And we looked at her like, what? How? And I guess what when it comes down to wordplay and stuff like, sorry, I'm over here fixing my hair, trying to look not like a bum-ass mom in Chicago, because, man, some days I just don't be feeling... Chicago's rough. You don't want to do nothing. You want to stay in your slump. Anyway... Oh, shit. I lost my train of thought. You're going to get this a lot with me, guys. I'm not even going to lie to you. Yes, but trying to be focused. How you talk to yourself, what you say, when you're saying it, how many times you say it. Words are just... Speaking is just spellcasting. Everything, like, it's just, I don't know how, I don't even know if I'm going to post this video now because it's quite ridiculous, but I probably will, because, I'm a little bit weird myself sometimes. I definitely get locked in my words, but in the last couple years, I've really started to learn how important a lot of my own thought process was. In the beginning, to shifting any perspective is to shift how you think about it, to shift how you see it, right? I'm not saying everybody should just go out and start making all these crazy ass changes. I mean, unless you're really feeling like that's something that you need to do, then by all means. But otherwise, take life one day at a time. You're never going to want to change, and no one's ever going to want to change anything until they're literally sick of their own shit. And once they're tired of themselves, this is some advice somebody gave me one time, and it was true to me as far as I could demonstrate it. Like, we'll get into more talks about a lot of my personal things in life, but I've come a really long way. I used to be just so angry and so sad, just hurt all the time, and there's still quite a bit, I think, of like residual heartbreak I tend to be dealing with, just from going through so many things. And 555 popped up in the clock when I said that. But it takes time. It takes time to build yourself up. It takes time to build the boundary of trusting and knowing when not to trust people, knowing what to look out for, really listening. A person will tell you everything about themselves if you just pay attention or watch how they act. I love actions are so much louder than words, and these days it's like action or bust. Like, I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear sweet nothings. Don't tell me what you might do. Like, I don't even like telling myself, oh yeah, I'm going to do this tomorrow. No, bitch, you probably might not. So don't say it if you're not going to do it, because it's lazy. Like, nobody likes it. That's just my personal opinion. Not saying y'all are lazy. Please don't get offended. I'll be diving more into my card reads soon. I just figured, do a couple readings, but I wanted to pump out some videos where I'm more chatting with you guys, sharing thoughts, sharing things. I don't need cards or anything really to read out some energy. I just kind of have to sit here and be, and what comes, or I'm just babbling like a crazy person on YouTube. Whatever works. Don't be afraid of yourselves, guys. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of when you ask for change. Though things can get a little intense, you have to remember that we're only ever going to go through exactly what we can handle, even in the worst of things, because we're still going to be okay at the end of the day. We still have to push on. We still have to fulfill purpose. I feel like I have a really big purpose in this world, and like I finally figured out what I think I'm meant to do here. And if it changes, it changes. Change is really the only thing guaranteed. Change is consistent, almost. Just be careful and be sweet to yourselves, because our thoughts really do so much more than you can ever really pay attention to. And it can change. It takes a split second of one wrong thought or one good thought to change the entire course of your day. Just something to think about. Well, that's it. I'm done babbling because I keep losing track of everything. You guys have a great day. I'm Lotus. Please, this is not no therapy session. I am not no doctor. I have none of that to back me up. I just like to share things that I've gone through, share things that I think about, things that I know some other people out there might be feeling a little lost with. And I only say it like that because that's how I felt. And I didn't have a lot of guidance, and I didn't have a lot of direction. So maybe, and some of my words or readings, whatever, are jewelry that I make for good energy. And maybe it'll help somebody and just help them be the best version of themselves that next day or the next hour. Because we're not perfect. We're going to fuck up. But if we're always trying to be the best version of ourselves and grasping onto things, really, going with the flow, it'd be great. Personal theory, I guess. Have a great day, guys.